Hey guys, this is Tiffany, aka the Tiffanyter, and I'm bringing you a TDM on Grid. So I wanted to bring you this game because I've been trying out a couple different guns lately, and right now I've been trying to play a lot with the Enfield. I'm trying to get used to it. It's kind of a hard gun to play with, at least for me, and so I hadn't really been getting, crazy good games. But I wanted to bring you this game because I thought it was pretty good. It's not the best score I've ever gotten, but I thought it was a pretty good score with the Enfield. So I told you that I was going to update you about this birthday party I went to the other weekend, and it was such a crazy party that, I mean, it was so like such an unexpected party. I was called up out of the blue by one of my friends who I went to college with, and I hadn't seen her in a couple of months. But basically, the background story is we weren't like super tight, close friends in college, but she would always throw these big like dinner parties, and she was really big in like wine, so she'd have nice dinner parties with wine pairings, and she was really into cooking, and she'd invite all like this crazy mix of people, and so we all kind of got to know each other, even though these friends of mine, I really didn't hang out with them all the time. We would see each other whenever she would invite us to her dinner parties. Well, I see her maybe, once every couple of months. So I think last year I saw her twice, and I had met her boyfriend once last year. And then the next time I saw her, they were married. And so it was kind of crazy because they had a super short engagement. They were only engaged for 2 weeks, and then they got married really quickly. And the funny thing is, one of her friends that I met at her dinner party actually got a license, or became like an officiant online in order to marry her and her husband. So it was like kind of a crazy thing. But that's who I was going to the birthday party for. It was her birthday, and then the guy who actually married her and her husband, it was his birthday a couple days later. So she was having a joint birthday party, and there was like tons of food. It was a big taco party. They had a huge taco bar and margaritas, and the food was phenomenal. I mean, she is an outstanding cook, and she married like an executive chef or a head chef of this restaurant in town. So the food was amazing. I totally stayed away from the margaritas, but I brought my own, libations. And the night was just, it was, her parties are always so unexpected. Like, there's always a crazy mix of people, and so one of her friends brought a piñata for the birthday party, and so all the birthday her and her friend were hitting the piñata, and then a couple other guests were swinging at the piñata. It was filled with candy, condoms, all sorts of like crazy stuff in it, and it was just like such an odd way to start off a party that it was awesome. And it was really weird for me to stay at her party for so long because she had barbecue on a Sunday night. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll get there at 6 and I'll probably leave at like 8. I think I stayed there until like at least midnight. It was crazy. And one of the reasons was I saw this couple that I hadn't seen in a while, and they had dated while I was in college with them, and after college they had gotten married. But this guy started drinking, like crazy drinking, and I don't know if it was the margaritas or what was going on, but he started sharing all these crazy stories, and it was just like, when you see a train wreck and like you can't turn away, you just have to keep watching and keep listening, and that's pretty much how it was. So we were having like a crazy good time, and I'll probably have to update you more about this in another video because it's almost the end. We end up winning, and I go 20-2. This is the Tiffanyter. Come play with me.